let's see. Ooh, recap. All right, here's the recap. You guys were basically called into Cleveland to investigate some mysterious deaths at a local high school, the Jacqueline Kennedy High School, where a group of kids on a camping trip blown up on a camping trip. A house party exploded, and just a lot of weird, mysterious things. You guys went there, figured out that the students were the cause of these weird accidents, and that they were given powers by drinking some water that was placed at the school. The water pipes at the school were broken, and bottled water was brought in. So all the kids were drinking this bottled water that came from a particular company, which you guys went to investigate. Found out there was some shenanigans going on there. Fought a couple cyborgs, rescued some technicians, and managed to get out before the place went up in flames. Meanwhile, at the school, some of the janitor staff were actually the ones taking care of the water there, and you guys found out that there was a power dampening field at the school. You guys took that out, smashed it, dispatched the technicians there, and captured 2 guys there after a little bit of a battle. Afterwards, you guys met up and then decided what you guys were going to do next, which was, and that's, I think, where we left it.
Yeah, I think we had Dylan Perez with his man bun.
Yes, that's right. Dylan Perez, one of the technicians who got a name because you went down there and snatched him up.
Right.
You have him plus some other technicians. And the player characters, there is, let's see, Brian is playing Cardinal, David's playing Bravo, Armature is played by Aaron, and Jewel is played by Renee. What do you guys plan on doing?
Well, if we were joking about going 21 Jump Street, but if listening to the recap, if we're all talking, we were speculating that they're giving these kids, they're experimenting with possibly maybe even the Warhorse formula, and the high school, there was a power suppression device that you guys took out, which means those kids, if they continue to drink that water, that school could become a serious nexus of, like, Professor Xavier's school of really needing discipline and training kids.
Yes,
because the kids seem to be the commonality. So I think some way or another we need to go in there. I don't know if going undercover is the right way, or if we should more or less find some way to go in as some kind of either the institute, something, and go direct to either the principal and figure out if they're in on it, and otherwise, like, there's some weird experiment that's being conducted.
Right, and then we also had the name of the girl who was taken from her birthday party, whose home had exploded due to her powers.
That was Brittany.
Right.
Oh, was it Brittany?
Teleported
Sorry.
away.
That teleported away, and we surmised that it was Hush, a villain that we know of in the biz, who has sound dampening and teleportation powers. She used to work for the Institute. So
yes, worked for one of the branches of the Institute back in the day.
Back in the day.
And did we want to? I don't remember her name, but did we want to contact our? The person who gave us the job earlier.
Mahogany Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah, there's Mahogany Johnson, who's your guys' handler for Project Mythic, and there's also Detective Anita Song, who you guys were working with under the disguise of being FBI agents, which you weren't FBI agents, and she kind of knew you're not FBI agents, but is willing to work with you. So there's that as well.
Talk to her about the Avengers Initiative.
That's right. Exactly. So
should we start at the school? Or should we start with Dylan Perez, since we we have them. I don't think did we ever question them? I don't think we
Nope.
did.
Nope.
We
No,
never-
that's
you
where we
rescued.
left off.
Yeah,
Okay.
you rescued all the technicians, and you rescued or you captured the technicians while you rescued them from the warehouse, and you also captured 2 maintenance guys who were at the school.
Right.
So it's later that night. We'll say it's probably around 11.
Jerry,
Mhm.
Did we lose you?
hero points. Do we refresh between sessions? And if not, does any of our heroics, even if we set the building on fire through our actions in saving people, help us recover any hero points? I'm cashed out.
Nope, you've got disadvantages that you can use. You can borrow some from your friends. You could actually
Set between sessions.
yeah, you get them hero points. They regenerate between adventures. So if it's like, a multi-part adventure, like a long adventure, or so you don't get them back every time you sit down. You get them back every time the adventure's over. So there's that. So yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I was keeping track of my wild die. I had three banked, and I'd used 2 of my hero points.
That is true. You can that's one way of getting some back, or at least getting access to some. And don't forget, you've got your disads, and I believe that Cardinal.
And are the disads per session then? Or does the disads go the same per adventure? Because I've used some of them last session.
That's right. You used a lot. You were
I used paranoia. Not sure if I used always wear red.
No, you used your paranoid, but you've never used your always wear red or your officer Valencia.
Okay, so I've
could
still
be
got
working
those
this
in
case
reserve.
as well. And that's
Oh
where,
yeah, can is that something I can suggest? Would that be using it, or could that just be a narrative thing?
well, let's say, for instance, you activate Officer Valencia.
Yeah.
Then Officer Valencia is part of the game now. So he/she would just show up and be part of the game and become an active disadvantage in the game. Which,
and that would give me
hamper
the two hero dice to play.
Actually, I'd give you 3 hero points. Officer Valencia.
Let's do that. We'll add her.
Okay.
I make a call.
Well, you don't necessarily even have to make a call. She will just show up
okay.
and make your life miserable.
So I'll
nope, you don't have to call her and make her come in.
Let's add her.
Oh yeah, she'll be there. And the most inopportune
time.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Right. That's right. Okay, so with that, what are you guys going to do?
All right, I'm going to talk to my buddy Dylan.
Officer Valencia runs in. She's on fire, and so there's that.
She can just burn quietly in the corner.
Yeah, she burns quietly in the corner as you sit there and count hero points.
No loud burning.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone looks at Cardinal and goes, "Hey, can you ask your girlfriend to stop screaming?" As she's burning to death. No. So what are you guys gonna do?
Talk to Dylan. Well, that's what I'd like to do anyway.
We were
Okay, you wanna
definitely leaving the school because that was not fun in there. But we destroyed the thing that was stopping everybody's powers from working.
Yes.
Yes.
We brought
And I
a few
can't remember.
pieces
We
back
did
if it
go
was
somewhere,
portable.
didn't we? Did we go
Well,
somewhere?
you guys, at the end of the game, you guys met up
Yeah.
somewhere. So, where's that at?
Do we have a place to stay since it's a multiple day thing?
We
Yeah,
didn't even
you
get
guys
Denny's.
can.
Come on now.
True. You guys, you could meet at a travel lodge. There's
Is my grandfather, Sergeant Stormfront, still alive? Is he here?
Is he what? Well, he's
In the
always in
city?
your heart, isn't he?
He's in my heart.
Right.
But he doesn't live here in
But
Cleveland.
if we
though.
wanted to be nice to Man Bun, dude, we could talk to him instead of interrogating him and hanging him over a bridge. We could have a conversation over a Denny's meal. I mean, this would not be the strangest thing to
Man.
happen at Denny's.
Yes.
But
w-
hanging him
when you
over
do
a bridge
that-
is more fun.
Yeah, he tells you guys he'd rather just go to jail.
They go to Denny's.
Yeah.
An
It's like,
an
what?
omelet and some coffee and maybe some toast would probably convince him to like talk more. You think his
Wait.
employers feed him breakfast?
I think hanging him over a bridge is actually more humane.
That's right.
Fair.
Okay, so what do you guys? Actually, that's a good question. You guys have a lot of technicians, 2 janitors.
Well, we gave some
what-
to the detective, right? We gave,
Okay.
I think, most of them to
Yes, that's right.
Detective Anita Song. So I
Okay.
think we only had
Right, her.
Dylan.
Okay, so where are you guys going to take Dylan?
I don't know. I could take him to my apartment, I guess.
You're gonna take him to your.
You want him to know
Okay.
where you live?
Yeah, that's true. Probably not. That's probably not a good idea. Oh, yeah. Let's just go to a restaurant and we'll sit down. We'll have a meal.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
guys are in your secret identities, or you guys don't care about your identities?
Uh,
Which,
Um,
Bravo
don't
doesn't
think
really
I
have a
have-
secret identity.
Yes.
So he's just Bravo.
I was wearing my
I'm-
overcoat and shady hat, and
yeah, I don't have a disad. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
I
that's
was
fine.
doing my best
I put
wearing
an
Carmen
I'm wearing an
Sandiego.
overcoat.
Yeah, I was doing my
You know,
best, you know.
we're cosplaying. It's okay.
yeah.
True. Okay. So you guys go to Denny's. You take Dylan,
We take Dylan.
and
Sorry about
he-
this. I tried to talk him out of it.
yes. Do you guys let him order? Or do you guys order for him?
I go, all right, now, Dylan, you have $15.
Wow, that's a lot.
Your budget today. I didn't think really you can get anything twice on the menu at Denny's for $15. So
Yeah, I'm trying to think. No, he's good. I mean, $15 is quite a bit for one person. So he's like, wow, really?
maybe get I'd recommend maybe the skit fit, where you just get the egg white scramble.
Right.
I could see you getting a little man bun punch there. It's not
Right.
that serious.
Yeah, and then you have enough money left over for a shake.
True. Or he says,
So-
Dylan says, I could actually leave a healthy tip for our server.
Oh, very good. All right. So yeah, we'll
So if you're that conscientious about the server,
Mhm.
what can you tell us about, spike in the water here?
True.
Okay, well, tell you what. Everyone here, give me a presence plus your influence, just to get like a general
I nearly
feel of
forgot
how this
something.
guy feels around you.
I'll be right back with my dice.
I'll give you guys have at least one success because you did give him $15 and allowed him to order for himself.
3 successes.
Awesome.
I'm sorry, what were those things that you wanted again?
Influence
Presence.
plus presence.
Influence plus presence.
Yeah, this is Cardinal's bread and butter.
yeah.
Not mine. Oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I'm
Or-
not too bad at it.
Now remember, if your wild die explodes,
Nor me.
you can
I was
bank
just
that.
lucky. On the wild die. It needs to be a 6 on the
A
wild die, right?
6 on the wild die, but if it is and you decide you don't want to use it,
Yeah, no, I'll be looking back now. Now the 6 was on an ordinary die, of course.
okay. That's the way it
I
is.
have 3 successes.
You
so
got
I
3?
just
That's a
kinda-
lot. Actually, that's pretty good. What about Jewel?
4.
Wow. Look at the big successes on Jewel.
I guess we're very influential.
Yeah. We're likable people.
No, I'm not likable. I'm intimidating, I think.
You're intimidating. Are you like,
Stop that.
that's right, brandishing your fist?
No, I'm just staring at him like I don't believe a damn word you say.
Oh, man. Come on. Come on. He says,
In a
I've been through a
charming way.
lot. That's right. In a charming way, yes.
Yeah, I only got 3, so it doesn't beat the
Okay,
others.
good.
3 successes is pretty good.
Yeah.
You guys got a lot of successes. Okay, so you guys are sitting there. Now, are you guys hammering away at him? Or are you guys just trying to make him feel comfortable?
I'm trying to make him feel comfortable.
Was Dylan one of the ones at the water treatment plant?
Yes.
Okay.
At the warehouse, yes. He was at the warehouse, and he was the one that Jules swooped down first and just grabbed and took him up to the roof. But
Okay.
then afterwards, the cyborgs
Blew up the
started
building.
darting people and knocking them unconscious. And basically, they were self-destructing the place. So,
Saved him.
what's that?
Very
Yeah.
directly, saved his life.
Yes. He asked you guys, he's like, are you guys part of Project Mythic as well? Part of the Institute?
What do you mean as well?
Well,
Like Hush?
well, I don't,
The Super Friends division.
yeah, I don't, I'm supposed to keep this,
Well, you can tell us.
secret, but, I work for a super secret organization that helps humanity by stopping incursions from a place called the other or the other world from coming to Earth. And if you guys aren't, he pulls out, goes in his pocket, pulls out like a card. The card just has a phone number on it. I'm supposed to give these to people that I think might be beneficial to the Institute. I usually don't have very much call to use it, but it seems like you guys would be right up the alley.
So you were spiking the water of an entire high school as part of this project?
Yeah, that part was a little bit weird, but the director, she thought it best. It's above my pay grade. I'm just a technician making sure that the water basically gets delivered. But Director Douglas, she's the one that you'd want to talk to. But we were supposed to basically just scuttle that facility last night and move on. I think the FBI. What's that?
Is Director Douglas, that's the number on this card? Is that how we get in touch with her?
No, but I could get in touch with it for you. It's no problem.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just glad you guys. Something went wrong with the cyborgs, evidently. I mean, I don't know why they started attacking us.
Maybe it had something to do with the kids blowing up, killing other people.
Yeah, that was that's pretty unfortunate. But we were trying to save them. I mean, there was 2 of them so far, I believe, that we have in custody, and we're trying to help them. But beyond that, yeah.
Is he telling the truth? Like, does he believe what he's saying?
Oh, I don't know. Do you? Give me a let's see. Give me a presence plus investigation roll.
That's not good for Bravo.
That's right.
Might get lucky.
Oh, 6 on the wild die.
4.
2.
Okay, hold on a sec. Hold on. Okay. Okay, what did Bravo get?
2.
Okay, and Cardinal tried to make a roll?
I have a feeling Cardinals.
4 successes.
Okay. All right. Did anyone else want to try?
I'll try if I'm allowed.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and try. The thing is if you fail,
That's gonna hurt.
well, yes, he'll punch you in the face. No, he'll.
I only got 1 success.
Right. Now there'll just be just a penalty later on if you fail. But okay, so everyone's trying to suss out if this guy's on the up and up, and Yeah, you seem like he seems like he is an earnest man. So
The two children in custody. I'm going to assume one is Brittany. Can you tell us more about the other one in custody? Do you know who that child is?
I'm not sure of the name, but
Or what abilities they may have?
some type of weather abilities. They can manipulate weather.
Hmm.
We've been monitoring this school because we think the school is a hotspot for superhuman abilities.
And that's what the water does.
Well, with the water, we're just tracking them. So,
do you know anything about the power dampener in the high school?
no, there's a power dampener. I wonder who put that there. It's pretty cool.
No, not cool. Awful.
Your guys' food comes and he eats. Actually, first he takes a picture of his food. And basically puts on his social media, eating at Denny's with some cool new friends. You guys want to get in the picture with them?
No.
Scoot into the booth.
No.
Not this time. Maybe next time.
How about Cardinal?
I'm going to say he passes since he's also concerned about his identity.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he takes a picture of, at Denny's, not usually the place he eats, but, usually he goes for like, his, his artisanal breakfast spot. But, every once in a while you got to go to Denny's. So he does that. And, he basically just tells you he's a technician. He helps with the machinery. The cyborgs were there for security provided by the Institute, but I guess they got buggy and started attacking.
Well, wouldn't you think, Dylan, that perhaps that they were going to kill you so you wouldn't be able to talk later about what you guys were doing? Do you think that might have been a possibility?
Well, I guess it could have been a possibility, but it makes no sense as to why they would do that.
How are they tracking kids with water?
One of the other technicians higher up told me basically they were they're small microscopic trackers in the water. We're monitoring all the students. Also, evidently, we can look at biometrics. I haven't seen that part. Basically, I just run the or help run the water facility, basically low end stuff. But I was told they were doing incredible work there. So it's fantastic. But really, you guys should give that number a call.
What if instead of biometric trackers, or maybe in addition to biometric trackers, they were putting a variant of the Warhorse formula into the water and trying to change these kids, which is why the power dampener was at the school.
That's a theory, but that would be incredibly unethical.
It would.
I couldn't get behind that.
It would.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
You don't think that's the case? You don't think that any of your coworkers you think they're all on the up and up?
Well,
lobotomized cyborgs are kind of unethical.
Well, some of them. I mean, they're basically just field agents that, in the course of duty, were hurt or injured and given a second chance at life. Is it perfect? No, but it beats the alternative.
How'd you get this job, Dylan?
Ad in the paper.
Okay. A super secret organization had you apply for a job through an ad in the paper.
How else would you do it? Who would think to look there?
Well, all right. Well, how about this Director Douglas? You said you could get a hold of her for us.
Yeah. Well, I can't get a hold of her, but I could. Well, crap. My manager, he was in the warehouse. Hope he's okay. He texts, he starts texting.
What was his name? What was your manager's name?
His manager's name will be Keith.
Keith.
Yes.
Could Keith be one of the ones that we gave to the detective to talk to?
Could be. Could be.
Okay. All
You
right,
said
we do well.
that Dylan starts texting.
Yes.
Looking over, what is he starting to text?
You get like, hey Keith, hit me up if you get this message. Worry about you. But all of you give me, if you have intuition plus your perception, give me those rolls, please. So yeah, perception plus intuition if you have it, or just perception if you don't.
2.
2 and have an aggravation die.
Oh, I will take the aggravation.
I will. I'll have 4, but you'll get an
Ooh.
extra aggravation die as well.
2 here.
Okay. So let's see. Cardinal got a 2. What about Bravo?
4, and you got an aggravation die from it.
Cool. Armature?
2 and you got an aggravation die.
I love it. And Jewel?
2 and you get nothing.
Oh man, come on. All right. So this is how it goes down. All of a sudden, the window explodes. And Bravo, though, you basically sense something like maybe you look over your shoulder out the window and you see it coming. You see more of these cyborgs.
Okay.
And so what are you going to do? Everyone else basically acts after the cyborgs, unfortunately. So you guys will all be dead. But
right.
Bravo.
But Bravo hopefully won't be.
Yes.
I'm going to grab Dylan's phone and putting my arm around him, like push him down into the booth a little more so that he's out of the line of fire.
Okay, so you're shielding him with your body?
Yes.
Taking all the bullets for him?
Taking every one of the bullets for him.
So Bravo basically shields Dylan in the seat. And the little Borgie guys come in and start shooting.
No.
They shoot all of you. You guys all get a hot one. What's that?
I said no.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Rude.
Okay. That was the worst roll in the world.
Yay.
Okay. Hold on. 1. Okay. One more time. Rat-tat-tat-tat. Okay. Out of all of you, roll 1 die and tell me what you rolled on it.
4.
6.
Cardinal got a 3.
Okay, 5 and 6.
Uh-oh.
That's right.
That's
You
supposed to be
guys were the
lucky.
ones who get hit.
That's supposed to be lucky.
So that's right. It is lucky. High roll gets it. Okay, so Bravo, you take 10 points
Ooh.
of damage,
Yikes.
as does Armature, as these bullets fly through the window.
Not cool.
It isn't cool at all. The place just kind of erupts and screams as people start running, trying to get out of the way. There's hash browns and hamburgers and pancakes flying everywhere. The window is smashed open and the wall just like collapses as these cyborgs come rushing in. Let's see.
This is only supposed to happen at Waffle House.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so Bravo, you go first. What are you doing?
Bravo has shielded Dylan. But he's going to, since our meal is ruined anyway, he's going to pick up the table and throw it at the cyborgs.
Okay. Now, are you trying to hit multiple cyborgs?
Yes, I mean it's a table, so yeah, at least 2.
Okay, you're going to need 3 successes.
All
Go
right.
for it.
So this is physique, right?
That is physique.
Any skill associated with it?
Range fighting.
Okay. I think 9 dice is probably good.
9 dice is fantastic.
Yes, yeah.
5 successes.
5 successes. Okay. Now, actually, I forgot 2. You've got super strength.
I do.
And there are advantages that come with super strength, and you get to pick those advantages.
Okay.
Or you get to pick the advantage. What's your super strength at? I think it's 7.
I have 7 dice of physique.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yes.
Well, you know,
normal human
that
is up to 5, right? Or is it 4?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's 5.
I only have 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
You're an average
I
Joe.
also have the advantage wrestler of bulls, but I'm not gonna use that yet.
Okay, so just to note, when you have like a really high physique, you get to pick basically like a power that comes along with your super attribute. So for super physique, you can have enhanced throwing range, which allows you to basically like throw further. Like you could pick something up, throw it forever, or it's called stomp or thunderclap, and it's your basic where you basically stomp your foot and it creates a shock wave. Or, you clap your hands together and it creates kind of like a ranged attack of just, I call it like Hulk air, because it's essentially, it's what Hulk does. He creates like a Hulk air that knocks people down and hurts people.
Gotcha.
So those are the 2 you can pick from. So enhanced throwing range or thunderclap / stomp. I guess it depends on, do you throw stuff a lot, or do you like to?
I mean, Bravo's always in the tracksuit, and he's pictured with the soccer ball. So I'm thinking like enhanced throwing range, which would also translate to enhanced kicking range. So
yeah, sure.
I would say let's go with that one.
Okay.
So,
Da-da-da-da.
and I do see that another benefit of the enhanced throwing range is I double the knockback distance for any knockback that occurs from my attacks.
Yes. Did you roll a 6 on your wild die?
I did not.
Okay. So yeah, don't worry about that now. However, if you want to do extra knockback, like if you just wanted to knock someone back, then you could, or wait until like you roll a 6 on the wild die. But you smash these guys. What's your strength? Your strength is 7.
7.
Okay, plus 2, so that's 9 points you're going to do. Plus you rolled 5.
4,
Yeah.
5 successes.
Okay. So yeah, you smashed them for 11 points of damage.
To get 2 of them. Oh, and I have one other question, which is stress points, which we talked about hero points, but do stress points come between adventures or sessions?
Yep. Or unless someone heals them, and it's only been like
like an hour since
2 hours since it happened. So you guys probably bandaged it up, and
so I had taken 10 before.
Right.
So do I still have that, or is that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
You still have those 10 points.
All right. That's what I thought.
So yeah, these guys come in, and the table smashes 2 of them back out, and then they start shooting. Actually, 2 of them start shooting, and 2 go to grab Dylan by the bun.
Oh.
That's right. They grab one of them grabs the bun, and it comes off, and you guys realize that Dylan's actually a poser. That was actually not even real hair.
It's extensions.
Yeah, it's just an extension. He was like, "It was my girlfriend's idea," and the other one actually grabs him. Unless actually, were you still holding on to him?
I had defended him, and so I was trying to keep people away, which is the part of the intent.
Okay. What is your passive defense value?
Passive defense value is only 2.
Okay. Only 2. 2 is pretty good. Okay. That was a really good roll. Okay, so they do grab him. One of them grabs him, the other one grabs the man bun, looks in his hand, kind of weirded out by him, but they grab him. And the other two just start shooting up the place, basically just creating bedlam in here.